Oh, I think we're live. Welcome back to Scruff Enough. uh, Hope you're ready to be blessed, be anointed, have a great time. Those are three things. We're going to have a lot more than that. We're going to have a great show tonight. Anointed Beard Oil Co. is here tonight with me. So you're getting twice of the gospel, twice of the scriptures. Two times the blessings on a great show. Here you go.
They're looking up to me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now.
Hey.
Welcome, Juan. How's it going, brother? Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on. Very excited.
Of course, been a long time coming since we had to hang out. I think you and JP got to do this long before I did.
Yeah, man.
So I'm happy to have you on.
Let's see this. Always have technical problems, but I think we'll be okay. All right. I think we're gonna keep that right there. But yeah, man.
I'm a bit upset. You you had the glitter curtain up in the back. I think that you should have left it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that glitter curtain. That's when I'm really feeling anointed that day. You know, I keep it on. It's kind of like the fleece with all the colors on it.
We're going with the Joseph multicolor coat, I think.
Yeah.
You can wear it. You can wear it if you want.
I know.
Let's say hi to everybody real quick. Garrett first, I think, was the first one in here. Yeah, sorry.
Awesome.
We're going to be wearing it. We're not going to be drinking it tonight. Be up all night. Bearded Jedi, what's up? Yeah, Garrett's back.
Yes.
JP.
Hey.
What's up, man? We'll be joining us tonight. We got some special things planned. Mike, how's it going? And I think I saw Thomas in here a little earlier. If you do get a chance to hit that like button, share if you can. We have a special show. I have something planned for a giveaway, and Juan definitely has some special things planned too. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. And I'm going to put you on the hot seat. We're going to play a little game of does it make sense? So we're going to see what you know, see what you like, and then plus a little bit more. How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Definitely staying busy. I've been focusing on, the business side of things, of course. And yeah. And then of course, like outside of this, I know we talked about it a little bit, but like I serve as a youth pastor at my church. So that's been keeping me busy. The summer months just passed, and it's like you don't have a break between that. So the fall's here. So we're just getting ramped up to, get back together, get our small groups going. It's really good stuff planned. Yeah.
What typically is like the age groups for the youth group that you participate in?
So we go all the way from 6th grade to our seniors in high school. So that middle school to high school age. But there's some kids that, they're in that transitional period going into college, and they're nowhere near mature yet. So we give them like we don't just throw them into the, the den of wolves and be like, hey, figure it out. You're now an adult Christian. Now you can do that yourself. So there's that little grace period. But we also have young adults. So young adults is for our ages that are 19 to 35. And we have a life group for them as well.
Does it go as high as 43? Can we push it to 43? I'm asking for a friend, maybe if I could hop in.
Hey, I think someone asked in our congregation, can we bump it up to 55? And I was like, I don't know, man.
To be a part of a youth group, you just want to hear it.
Yeah.
Do you lead the youth group? No, I'm a part of the youth group because
Yeah.
I'm the youth.
Yeah. I'm the youngest there.
And you're 29, so you could be younger than some of the participants.
Yeah. Sometimes, right? Yeah. So especially with young adults, like I think I've had that feeling for a while. I started doing ministry when I was like 19 years old. So when you're talking about the word of God to 40-plus-year-old people, and they're like, "What does this guy know? He hasn't even lived his life yet. He doesn't know anything," and it's kind of like a Timothy moment. You know what I mean? So I look at that and I'm like, well, I might be young, but I'm doing my best to be obedient to what's been given unto me, and it's been a process. I mean, it's hard to kind of talk to people that are older than you because there's that wall of like, I have grandkids, you just have a 3-year-old, type of feeling. So
yeah, I think when you talk God's word, I know my father had always taught me this too, that when you become a new child of God, you almost have to eat baby food before you can eat steak too. So I think it depends on it doesn't matter the age, it also matters where they could be at in their journey too. So again, just like James or Jacob said to have new Gentiles coming into the fold to the covenant, that he kind of laid down a few rules because he knew that they would be attending congregation and synagogues throughout, the Holy Land, and they would be able to pick up the rest as they go. But I think what he focused on was ritual purity laws too. So it was kind of like, yeah, you're not going to pick all this up in the beginning. So I bet that your approach has to be a little different, or do you teach kind of like the same thing? Do you preach the same way to the whole group, or do you attack it a little differently?
Yeah, so I've like, for instance, I have to I've been assigned to preach this Sunday, so that's going to be in front of a congregation that's between the age groups of probably the youngest is like 17 or 18, but then we have seniors that are pushing 85, 86 years old. So in any time when you're given an assignment like that, or even just teaching the Bible, I think it's really important to know your audience. So you're just kind of saying, okay, God, I'm not going to make a joke about Snapchat and TikTok to a bunch of 80-year-olds.
Might not know what that is.
They have no idea what that is. And I've been challenged with, I focus on the kids ministry, which is literally kindergartners all the way to 5th grade on Sundays. That's my main focus. And our Wednesdays, my main focus is that middle school to high school age. So even that age gap right there is a completely different approach to make it relatable. You can't get into like super deep topics with, a 2nd grader. But you do your best to teach them, sound doctrine in the process while making it fun. So it's a challenge for sure.
I mean, I still like pictures.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, right.
I think growing up too, that was like my favorite King James Bible version was the one that had the gold lined pages. We all had one of these. It had a zipper. It zipped up and it had the gold pages. And then like in the middle was all pictures. That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
So
you're like, I am reading it. What do you mean?
Yeah, this is exactly the best, like paintings and artwork. I wish I could find that too. That was one of my favorites.
Have you heard of the Action Bible?
No, I've not heard of the Action Bible. Is that all? It's like a graphic novel?
Yeah, it's like a graphic novel. I've never went through it. I've just seen it like when I've gone through like like the bookstores and stuff like that. But it just really highlights those stories. Like, you see Samson, he's like jacked and everything, and I'm like, I don't know how accurate that is, but yeah, you see all those different things, right? And If it at least gives them an interest to open the Word of God, I'm all for it. And people are visual learners, that, especially nowadays, attention spans are low. So getting a kid into learning the Word of God it can be really a challenge, for sure.
Yeah, I'm all for pictures. So whatever works. I think now it's a bit more knowledge based and really kind of making your way through the word as far as an educational standpoint. And then those little chunks of scripture, one liners or pictures. I think for me, it's definitely become a lot more truth over tradition, and it's luckily, reach a point where there's a crossroads when some of the things as you get older might not be as adolescent or picturesque as you were taught, but you can learn the depth and the beauty of God's word in more ways than you were able to even comprehend at a younger age. And I think I'm thankful for that too, for the journey I've been on. So I'm happy to have you here. Then we can, I know that probably a few in the chat don't want to hear us talk about that all night, but we could. This could be like an 8-hour show. This could be like we could be falling out of windows at night.
Yeah. We'll make sure they place an order for Smash first, though. So
yes. So we'll get some of the easy business out of the way. Everybody that is here, or a few people. I know you brought a few. There's more important things to get to, but Smashed is now available. It's the only Halloween fall scent you're going to need. It's not basic. You will not be basic for liking pumpkin spice. This is out now. And the other one that is out is the 8th Tribe of Israel, Asher. If you were not a fan of Fruit Loops, we have shifted things drastically. This one is a patchouli cologne, if I can put it that way. There's a couple of different Tom Ford patchoulis in this, along with some cannabis fragrance. This one is much more manlier than Gad. So those two are both available. You can save 20% now using Bible 20. There is free shipping all weekend for everything on site. It's for Labor Day. No code is needed. So you can go on and get either of those. There's been an upgrade in the Galilee.
Yeah. I was going to say that one looks nice. That one looks nice for sure.
It's my favorite tropical scent. So the only 2 fall scents you'll need. Scorned is back for a limited run, and Smashed is also back for the first time. Does that make sense? Is that a Backstreet Boys album name? Maybe it's Blink 182. I don't know. You guys can tell me in the chat. I did send you these, so I am going on good faith that I am going to receive the 2 very special profiles you have coming out.
Yes,
this is
where
the trust comes in.
I might send you 3.
That's.
I might send you 4.
Yeah, this is the blessing. Give 2, get 4.
Hey, they say you reap what you sow, man. So.
Yeah, Corey might be destined for a Scruff Enough episode too. We could
absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, and here's the thing: you might not even understand what a certain event that happened to you now may mean until you find out later that there are things that God can reveal to you later, because you might not even be able to comprehend what's happening. I'm prime example, and I'm sure other people have stories like that too. I mean, you have both of those scents. What do you think so far?
Are you talking to me or JP? I thought you were
Well,
talking to me.
JP too, but no, you.
Well, all I
you,
can say
you just
is,
opened it.
yeah, once I just opened it, and then I told my wife, I said, you got to smell this. So if I say that, then she knows, okay, because I normally don't like, I'm testing all the time. And it's not until I say, okay, this is the one that I want to release that I go down and get her approval. Because if the wife doesn't like it, then it's scrapped. You know what I mean? Then I always try to say, like, I try to think that, most likely you're going to be around your significant other the most. And if they say, oh, like, I don't want that, it's probably not something to further pursue. So I told her about this smashed, and I was like, doesn't this make you want to pick pumpkins? It makes you want to feel the cool breeze and you eat some kettle corn. It's just, this is a very sophisticated scent. I like this a lot.
I should have sent
And
you Scorn too, but yeah, Scorn will be the kettle corn
yeah,
fragrance.
but this one, this smashed, and what I liked about it, I know you're gonna go over the scent profile, but you can smell everything that's in here. It's not just like you put one oil in there and you can tell, as maker to maker, you can tell when you grab like one that has all of that in there and you just try to fluff it up to make it sound like more. But I can tell you were very, you actually went through and got one for each of these scent that you brought out.
I see, this is where it's like the thing where you have fun with the sweet scents, you have fun with the seasonal scents, you have a whole lot of fun like making gad, like Fruit Loops. It's nostalgic, it's fun, it's retro. It really speaks to us as growing up as kids, but again, they reach a smaller audience, and I think trying to make something like Smashed, those are the most fun, right? Pumpkin pie, pumpkin spice, it's such a craze. I tried to make it more adult, more manly, where you have the ale, you have some like a pumpkin ale that you can, if you've seen it, you can dip the rim of the glass in caramel and then maybe in some brown sugar, graham cracker before you pour in the pumpkin ale. And so as you sip your pumpkin beer, you have all the embellishments on the side, so you kind of get all those flavors and notes, and hopefully that kind of, you hopefully get that when you wear a beard oil. You get a little bit of everything at different times as you wear it.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that in beard this probably changes too. So you're gonna get those certain notes as you're wearing it. But like, right off the bat, I was like, I can smell that caramel drizzle, the pumpkin pie. It's like, and the graham crackers be like, there's the crust of the pumpkin pie. Like, it's a very nice scent just for smelling out the bottle. I gotta give you your snaps, bro. Like, that's this is a good one for sure.
Yeah, when whenever I get yours or even Daniel's, you get the more manly oud smoke colognes, sweet aroma, the arc. That one's a great date night one for me too. So that one is, it's on the beard shelf. I have a very small rotation, and the arc is on the top shelf along with I think now PTO too as well. So
there you go.
I'm a fan for sure. And Cat is wiped out. Yeah, the Fruit Loops every day at the McCarty household. For those that wanted more of a more manly addition to the Tribes of Israel line, patchouli, hopefully, is something I haven't done yet. It's the first patchouli scent. I actually tried to be a much more unique with the Israel collection. In telling the story of God's people. They're not specific to each tribe, but I tried to do something that I haven't really done before. So, hopefully that does a little better than Gad did. So,
yeah, like you said, Fruit Loops is, or just any of those types of fruity cereal types, and it's a very specific audience. That's for sure, And it's not like you're trying to reinvent your main line. I think first of all, I just want to commemorate you on doing the tribes, because that's a difficult task to go through, and doing a seasonal each month, and and of course you're not doing it the cheap way. You're doing it where I'm going to provide you with, I think you're doing oil and butters for each one, right?
Yeah, I'm just doing oil butter combos. It's going to be more of like a limited collector's collection type of thing. So it's not going to be all, and it's combo only. So
gotcha. Yeah, but I mean, it's good. It is good, and I think this one, the one I think I wanted to get Dan. I wanted to get Dan. That was one that I saw, and I was like, man, I gotta pick that up. So
should have. Yeah,
which one has performed the best for you, or which one do you think people have gravitated to the most?
Honestly, I think it still's been Ruben. Ruben might still be the top seller. I know Judah and Levy have been really popular. Simeon was good because it's mostly cologne. It was like a cologne forward profile. You know, when you go blueberry, Fruit Loops, stuff like that, it doesn't really connect as much. But you're going to get some of everything with every tribe. I think that now there's only 4 left. So, and again, when you get to Joseph, I'm doing something really special with Joseph. I'm going to split the tribes, and the oil will actually be Ephraim, and the butter will be Manasseh. So you're going to get 2 different profiles that you combine in one and get a mix.
That's going to be awesome.
That's going to be tough. So they both will carry the stick of Joseph, if we know that lingo. So that one should be good, fun.
Man. Yeah, that's always fun.
So we're getting deep.
Yeah, that's always fun, especially with like that makes the most sense too, because you're doing a combo, because you're wanting it to be used together, and you're almost missing out if you got one or the other, you know. Yeah, that's kind of like the challenge I had with like the Lion and the Lamb box set that I released for the Resurrection box. They're meant to be used together, and if you connect both of them together, if you put them both mix them up, that was the whole intention. Like, you want to have both sides of, you know, like how God's character is being portrayed in the Word of God. And it's like, if you put both of them together, Damian Mason did that with his daughter, he said, and he said, bro, she made a new scent and thought it was amazing. I said, I know, they're supposed to go together. Like, that was the goal. The goal is for you to mix them up and you know, have fun with it. But now they're available as singles, so people can pick them up if whatever one gravitated towards them more. You know? So it's been good.
Love it. I love the idea. I'm more of an oil guy, so that's something I have to pick up too, because I love your scents. I know I'm going to be a little upset when I get them. Wish that I'd been able to make something as good, and when I'm making pumpkin scents over here.
No, this I'm telling you, like, if you're on the fence with sweet scents, smash. I'm me personally, I'm not very, very much a sweet scent person, but I will pick one up for the seasonals. That's for sure. And fall is my favorite time of the year. That's why I picked this Dixon flannel just came in. I was like, I got to put this on too, because I know we're releasing this. But yeah, Smash it puts you into the season, and you know, you're in line. Like, this is definitely a must have for the fall.
Does that Dixon flannel have a name? Do they all have names when they come out with? Because I assume that they all have, like, I want to make a weird reference here, like Ed Hardy shirts, where the Ed Hardys, they like just had like a picture on them, but they had a name. Like, do the Dixons have a name?
Yeah, they that's what makes them unique. That's what gives it the collector aspect. So here, I'll show you. There's okay, I'm gonna preface before I say this. I've never bought a Dixon full price, because I won't pay $60. I mean, unless it's something I really, really, really want. But like, this flannel was on sale for $20. But I really liked it, and that ain't bad at all. I was like, I'll pick this up. I picked me and my wife up one. But like, this one,
perfect fall.
this one was called the Kramer. So this one's not the Kramer, but I have one called the Kramer. And then I kept all the stickers, because this one was the one they did for Elvis.
Nice. Those are stickers, or just like a commemorative tag?
They're stickers, and a tag. So
okay, you get both.
One side has their information, the other side has their stuff. So I have, like, I don't have too many. I have like maybe like seven or eight Dixons, but I haven't used these
Nice.
because this is gonna go on my whenever I have like a shop to do all my beard care stuff. It'll go on that refrigerator that does all the work.
Garrett, me and you both wear the same size. Was it medium? Yeah, I think. Yeah, so Brian says he calls that your pumpkin head. What's up? Big shout out to Brian too. Thanks for coming in, man. I know I think it's a school night.
No, Brian just wanted to call me a pumpkin head. I get it.
Oh, look he's coming in early. We got all the big dogs coming in. Sean, what's up, brother? How's it going? Kid grabbed my phone. Yes. Since I got a girlfriend, I wear a large now. She's put some weight on me, so that's not great.
That means you're in love, bro. That means you're in love.
She cooks. I've forgotten how to do things already.
Yeah. What is your favorite meal that she cooks? Depending what you say, you're gonna have it 3 times a week now, just so you know.
You're putting me on the spot, and she's watching.
Yeah.
So her favorite thing is to like basically go on Pinterest and find like cool ideas, and then she'll leave it up to me to kind of pick what I want.
Yeah.
And I'm not messing around. My favorite thing, which she has not made since I told her it was my favorite. So yeah, there's that. Is she made like a fancy ramen. She literally took ramen but then added like scallions and I think like mushrooms and shallots and all kinds of stuff, and I think like some beef or chicken, and kind of almost made it like a Thai, like a pad Thai but with ramen. It was phenomenal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's really fun. Yep. But no, I love the Dixons. I do not own a Dixon. I hope that doesn't get me chastised by the community. But I know Dixons for me yet. It's Florida. We don't get to wear long sleeves, but like
I
for
would say maybe a bamboo, but not a flannel. Not out there. Goodness.
It's tough.
Yeah, dude. How long have you been in Florida?
25 years now. Been in 25 years.
That's awesome, man. How did it?
Yeah,
did
the buffalo chicken.
That storm went by your guys' area or no?
It did. It was about 125 miles west of us. The Tampa Bay area kind of left unscathed because it kind of tracked north, but it was pretty big. It did hit, I think, like Perry County. I want to say almost a category 4. So we did get because we're on the west. Well, I'm sorry, the east side of the storm. We got a lot of flooding, and based on the high tide, there was a lot of storm surge in the Bay Area. So that wasn't great. But as far as Hillsborough County and Pasco County, we really dodged a bullet. But that was a wide hurricane. So
yeah, man. That's like your give and take for choosing Florida. I'm pretty sure it's beautiful weather. It's always warm.
It's warm, yeah.
Then there's that opportunity or that chance for terrible weather too. Having hurricanes and tornadoes and stuff. So, yeah, I can't do the humidity, bro. It's tough.
This is true. I did say hamburger helper. I wanted like some cheesy hamburger mac. When you have that, you're like, I want a peanut butter and jelly. Yeah. Right? That's what sometimes you just want a PB&J. Yeah. So I just wanted a hamburger helper.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she added things to it, like, there was like spinach and chopped tomatoes. And I was like, no, I wanted to be a little white trash tonight. Can I please?
Yeah.
No, it was fun. It was amazing. So, yeah, Smashed, Scorned is back. Asher is available. Grab an affiliate code or use Bible 20, free shipping. But my man Juan has a couple of things to reveal.
Yes,
And
sir.
he has some scents releasing very soon. I think he's waiting on labels. Again, if we're talking sweet scents, I'm glad I got smashed out now because I think everyone needs to jump on this scent. If you want to
Yeah.
talk about that first
Yeah, that's fine.
for your
Hey,
youth
let's do
group.
it. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yes, sir.
Holy s'mores.
So yeah, man, I got some information. Well, I updated the labels and stuff a little bit, and tweaking up the scent, but we're gonna be releasing that scent very soon, very soon. Just be on the lookout. That's something that we're calling our Sunday School series. The Sunday School series is going to be a limited release, and you guys will not want to miss it. It's definitely s'mores in a bottle, and I love the campfire scent. The reason that we did this is because um, going and having the youth group, a lot of times when it gets colder out, we're like, hey, let's go ahead and go outside and do a bonfire. And then, of course, they're like, Pastor Juan, can we do s'mores? And I'm like, yes, of course. Like, I'm going to do that yesterday. So we get all this stuff together, and it's always a fun time. And I don't know, it seems like when you have a fire, kids are more open to talking about just like their problems. They're just willing to open up and just have a special moment. But yes, Holy S'mores will be coming very soon. Very soon.
Well, I'll put it back up there. Tell me what the scent profile is on Holy S'mores.
Okay, so we got toasted marshmallow. It says oasted. Okay, it's cut off.
It's cut off a little bit to fit the screen.
Toasted marshmallow, melted chocolate, graham cracker dust, and campfire smoke. I was like, dude, did I print those like that?
That's all right. I should offer like some sort of like prize to people that pick out spelling errors either on the website or on my labels because it happens. It does happen. I think on the Moedim box set, there's actually a spelling label on the box, but it's from a specific scripture. So I'm like, I hope they miss it.
Yeah.
No, that one sounds incredible. I've always had an issue working with kind of like chocolate, but graham cracker, toasted marshmallow, I have obviously, and smoke campfire will make that amazing. It's perfect.
Yeah, we're excited about that. So that'll be coming out soon. Just all I'll say is if you see me on a stream, you never know what could be releasing at that moment. You never know. And
you said you haven't released the scent since April.
Yeah,
you haven't had to release
it. Was the box.
It was.
Yeah.
So you're due.
Yeah, the last thing we released was the box. So I have like 3 of these boxes, actually, like physical boxes left, but we have about 12 oils and butters of each right now. So yeah, definitely hop on those and take advantage because once those are gone, I probably won't make another batch of that till April. And get people.
Okay, so that's going to be something you're going to do again next year.
Yeah, I believe so. If anything, we might tweak it a little bit. Just make it, a little different. But at least this first iteration will definitely, yeah. If we're able to do it again, I'd love to do it again.
I don't need you guys giving her ideas. She's already mad. Yeah, she does. By the way, she does give me a choice. So,
hey, hamburger helper or gourmet chef? What do you want?
Yeah. Beef stroganoff, cheeseburger mac. Let's party.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how can I have some more if I hadn't had any yet?
Exactly.
Yeah, you missed. By the way, Holy S'mores is great, but you missed an opportunity for an amazing pun. You put that in your promos. Do you already have? You said the Sunday School series. Do you have anything else planned for that series, or are you kind of waiting? For that.
Yeah, they're gonna kind of just be released as we go, but that's definitely the first one to kick it off. And as you could tell, well, I mean, my labels have been very simple. I like the black and white. I like the monochrome look, and we've done that for literally all of our scents. That's Eau de Joy. That's how you distinguish the main lines. But a friend of mine who's an artist was like, hey, dude, I love what you're doing, and I want to help. It's what's something you're interested in doing. So all the creative stuff that I'm like, I can't do that. So I talked to him, and we worked out a couple scents. So I'll put it this way: those scents, I'm most likely only going to release in oils. And then if they do very well, then I'll consider making a butter and maybe do like a small restock after that, just depending, because something like s'mores could definitely be seasonal, but that's something can be going for the summer and fall months. But I can tell you that if you see like anything that has like the artwork, that's definitely a limited series, and it'll be put into like a Sunday school type capsule. And these are all ideas that the kids came up with too. It's just my experiences with the kids in youth groups. I'm like, what are things that we enjoy together, or things that I've, given to them, and then what comes out of that, So there's a lot of definitely creative things that I haven't seen other people do, and that's the goal. I'm trying to just be a little more out of the box with some of the things I make.
I love the idea. It's great for fall. It's great for especially letting the kids help in designing a scent profile that makes them feel included, and that's also something they would love too. I love it. S'mores isn't one I've done yet. I do think Joseph is more going to be like a root beer float, maybe
Nice.
Coca-Cola float, but probably root beer float, root beer ice cream. But s'mores is phenomenal. I'm a s'mores fan. Everyone loves s'mores. Again, it's while pumpkin might be seasonal, s'mores are year round. Kind of depends on where you live and how long you'd like to extend the fall season.
Yeah,
some of us can.
Dude, if it was cold in Indiana in June, that's when fall started for me. So yep. I love it. I love the fall season. Everything that's everything that like has been like monumentally changing in my life has all happened in the fall seasons. So I don't know if that's like the Lord's way of saying like, hey, it's time for the harvest. It's time to go. Time to get your things. It's just happened so many times in my life, and so I just love it. I got married. My first child was born in the fall. I don't know. I just love it. I love the fall season.
It is when Sukkot happens, and it seems to be when things end and begin again. So that's fall is definitely when that happens. You do have another scent too that you're releasing in honor of your grandfather.
Yeah. So we're planning to release that closer to like September 15th time.
Okay, so a couple weeks.
Yeah, so I'm really focusing on doing the raffle right now, which I know we'll talk about. But these scents, they're here. I have labels for them, so I'm kind of like going back and forth. And this could release anytime, but I'm aiming this one coming closer to the 15th. What I'm planning to do with this one is I'm going to be releasing it, and I plan to hopefully have my family come out and just talk about testimonies of like good memories they had with my grandpa. But this picture is of him when he was like 19 or 20 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah. So he was born 1929. So this was like in the 40s or 50s.
Right. And he is from
Puerto Rico. Yeah.
So, okay. Born in Puerto Rico, and then
and then he was born in Puerto Rico. He came to they call it the States, even though Puerto Rico is like a territory, but
yeah,
they came to the States in like when he turned like 40 years old. So it would have been like during the 60s and 70s time. And that's when he met my grandmother, and they fell in love. And it's just it's crazy. But honestly, like like just a quick backstory testimony time, I guess. But like I grew up, my mother raised me and my sister. My dad was not really around as much as, you would want your father to be there. But my grandpa truly raised me, not just like, just like, hey, here's your food, taking you to school. But like, he taught me just like how to love the Lord and how to serve and how to care for people. And honestly, I don't think that I would even be having the company I have today if it wasn't for my grandpa's teachings when I was younger. And my grandpa was just one of those guys where he was either doing one or two things or three things. He was either praying, he was reading his word, or he was evangelizing to someone. And it was just so simple. Like he would just light up a room, talk to you and just say, Jesus loves you, right? Like that's pretty much all it was. And got people crying and confessing their sins. And he was a powerful man of God. And I just really am happy to have known him. So yeah, man.
It's funny how we definitely, yours a family member, so is mine, that you remember a person who evangelized to you the most, and has the biggest influence on you and in God's having a relationship with God. So, and it's great that you can pay homage and that he was your grandfather too.
Yeah.
And that you commemorate him, and being able to through your business so that people can get to experience what you experienced. So I love that idea as well. What do you have a scent profile for that one?
Yeah, so that one is going to be it's one of his favorite colognes. It was a favorite cologne of his. It's a fresh, aquatic, very nice. It's almost an aftershave type scent. Sunday Rain, which I just kind of thought because he was going to church and stuff like that. Teak wood. There's also driftwood. It's got a lot of different, just intense aquatic scents, and that's just how he was. My grandpa's favorite colognes were Cool Water and Chrome from Azzaro.
Do you remember smelling this waking up on Sunday mornings too?
Yeah. If you're driving in the back of the car, well, for a couple of things, like my grandpa, like every time he'd wake up in the morning, like he'd have his suit on, all dapper, he's just clean. And I'm telling you, the man took a bath in cologne, but he smelled fresh all the time. He smelled fresh all the time. There's never a time you didn't come in for an embrace and you're like, man, you smell good. What is that? And he always got cologne for Christmas, all that stuff. He always smelled nice. And but yeah, it just those memories of sitting in the back of the car, driving on our way to church, and like you could just smell my grandpa's cologne going because the AC is on. You just smell it hitting you back there.
That's definitely probably not the worst thing you'd have to smell in the car if you're riding with parents. No, that's awesome too. To and from did it last all day? Is this going to be like an all day scent, by the way? Or is this
like where it like lingers all day on you?
Would you classify this as a like just like a Sunday morning church going scent, or would this also be maybe date night, something for the evening?
Yeah, this could be an everyday scent for sure, 100%. You can wear it. It's an easy cologne to wear. That's been like my goal with those types of anytime I've messed with a cologne scent. I never wanted to be like overpowering or it doesn't smell like an old man at all, even though it's commemorating my grandpa. It's just fresh. It's a classic, truly a classic cologne. You could wear during date night, to church, going to the gym, being outside, whatever it is, it really fits every occasion. And I don't know, you just kind of see his face on the bottom. You're kind of like, man, well, I hope I look like that when I get out of here,
I think this is where you will benefit, the people that buy it and wear it will benefit much more than you did as a kid, because being fragrance oils as opposed to an alcohol-based cologne, it's not going to throw to the entire house.
Right.
This will be a winner because it's going to stay within your own area that come into your area. So it's that's a good thing about colognes, that they are oil-based instead of alcohol-based. You don't get that just overpowering type of throw from them.
Yeah.
So that's good for a cologne. It's also can be a little difficult in making a cologne strength wise, but if you do it right, which I have a couple of years and they're fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. It means a lot coming from you, because I mean, you got some classics. I have Florida Blanca in my beard right now because I knew we were talking today, and I'm like, man, this stuff is good. Every time I come, I have probably like a sixth of a bottle left, probably, a few milliliters, bro. So
still number one on the list too. Florida Blanca is.
I believe it.
Was kind of an accident.
I haven't I haven't tried the new blend with the metal foam replacement. So
our blends are really similar too, and I think if I could, I forget which. I think I might use sweet almond, and I think you have, is it coconut?
No, I have sweet almond as well.
So you have sweet almond. There's one I think that's different. I think I have black castor, and I think you use regular castor.
You have Jamaican black castor, and then I have regular castor, and we both have Moroccan argan. We both have sweet almond. We both have golden jojoba. We both have metal foam. The only thing I have that you don't have is hemp seed.
Hemp seed. Okay, so that's the one. I think.
Yeah.
I didn't tinker with hemp seed when I was looking for a blend. I think I landed on avocado, and mostly because of Dan C. So he helped me with the carrier oil series he did. So that was at the bottom of the list. That was the last one I added, and that's actually was the first one to go when I wanted to upgrade. So I know meadow foam is just a fantastic oil.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And before my first blend when I launched had grapeseed oil in it.
Okay.
I use grapeseed, and even with that, it's there's that stigma about the shelf life. But I didn't notice it was throwing off the scent a lot. Like there's just something weird about it, and I knew it could be better. And that's when I replaced that, and then I made meadow foam seed and hemp seed. And that's really when my business really took off at that point, because I don't think that that's exactly why people weren't purchasing in the beginning. But it was definitely one of those things where I'm like, this isn't 100%. And you know how it is. You probably are like, man, maybe I should buy another carrier oil. Maybe I should test something else out just to come out with something better, or just something different. But I've been pleased with it so far. And people that I know have a gray beard, a curly beard, different ethnicities, they all say it works for them. So
yeah, I think whether or not you use Jamaican black castor or you use, I won't say regular castor, but just the unroasted variety, that it is a thicker carrier oil, so it can bring your viscosity to being more of a medium, where I think the rest of those, like sweet almond, meadow foam,
very thin.
They are thinner oils. Mr. Mark Stutzman, how's it going, brother? Thanks for stopping in. That castor oil is I don't know too many companies that don't use it as of right now, and I think that I'm lucky enough to have landed on Jamaican black castor, and that the roasted castor beans don't really affect my scent profiles that much. If at all, which is crazy because by itself it does has a lot of roasted notes. So I was lucky to kind of create that blend that is just an overall medium scent, or medium
viscosity
thickness. So if not, they might be almost identical. So if you like mine, Anointed Beard Oil, you'll love the feeling beard with his as well. So we'll bring him on soon, but I did want to talk a little bit about something else that you're doing for the community. And I'm happy to have you on to be able to talk about this. If anyone doesn't know, JP recently lost his wife to cancer. And I think that we've all tried to help out in our own ways. Individually, I know that he does have a GoFundMe, if anyone is also wondering. But Juan here reached out to me to ask if I wanted to participate in something he's doing, and I know he's reached out to a lot of other people. So this is something Juan gets all the credit for, to try and give blessings back to JP and his family. If you'd like to tell him a little bit about what is happening over at your website right now.
Yeah, man. So, JP, he was one of the first people to embrace me into the community with the Bearded Pack at the time. Let me take you back a little bit to the Bearded Pack. and he's literally been he's just been an amazing supporter, and like really I consider him like a brother. Now he's just been there for me. So when I heard that happen, I knew I had to do something. And we all have our struggles. We all deal with things, but I think it takes a village. It takes a village sometimes to heal a wound and to help a brother in need. And right now, if you go to my website, we have a raffle called Bless the Branhams. So it has a picture of JP and his son, and we're really excited about this. There are $2 each. You can buy as many as you like. I encourage you to buy as many as you like. And we have some amazing companies that came together. And I was overwhelmed, dude. I'm telling you, I was so overwhelmed to see how many people said yes. So many people said yes to helping out because, for a lot of us, we're like, I don't even know who that is. That's what people are like. A lot of people are like, I don't know who that is, but hey, I want to help. Or they're like, absolutely, like let's do it. And I'm proud to say we have over 20 companies that are involved with this. So, I'll take some time to shout them out really quick. But we have 8-Bit. I have myself. I have Matt, of course, Bay Area. Cervantes, Copper Johns, EDC, Educated Beards, Emmaus Apparel, which is a Christian clothing company. Grindstone Grooming, Daniel. Hemp Wizard. We have Mike. Johnny Ray Co. with Nate. Jay's Beard Essentials. Mel's Cookies, which is Ken Sconson's wife. Miami Beard Co. Passport Grooming, Rockaholic, This Surrender, which is a Christian band that JP's involved with and he's been friends with. True North Beard Company, Valhalla, Voodoo Men's Craft, and Weatherbeard. And today, I just got news about the Bearded Gang company who makes the hats. He's going to also be giving a hat for that as well.
So this list is growing.
It's growing. Yeah, it's growing. So
yeah.
I think by the time this is all said and done, we probably will have 30 prizes to give people at least.
What's going to be the time frame, I think, on when the raffles will take place?
So this will end on September 15th. So I want to give people time. So if they get paid in like a week or two, they'll be able to purchase as many tickets as they can. They can do another round of tickets if they can, if they get paid again. And, just trying to offer as many people the opportunity to participate. I am proud to say, and, JP doesn't know this so far, but just today we've already raised $350 in one day. So
awesome.
It's like the community's definitely being very receptive of helping out with this, and it's only going to get better. It's only going to get better. So really excited to see. So if you guys have any questions, if you we're going to go into more details on what those prizes entail, but the prizes are minimum $40 value, minimum each one,
at least. So again, the more raffle tickets you buy, the more bigger chance you're going to have to win. It's going to an amazing cause. And you can even, if I can find this, if I can find it here. If you go to anointedbeardoil.com, you can use code BLESSJP to save 20% off your order. And that gives 20% of the proceedings to JP and his family. That does exclude merch and raffle tickets, but you can also purchase raffle tickets that 100% of those proceeds go to help JP. So those are not one, but two opportunities you have to give back. And both options get you amazing beard care products. And like Juan just said, the list is growing. I myself am contributing to the raffle, along with a lot of other great companies. So you're getting something in return just for blessing someone who has been so great to this community as well. And so I don't know if you know this or not, and I'll tell this story before we bring JP on, but I wanted to do something for JP as well. And he lives maybe 5-10 minutes from me. So his birthday was August 18th, very recently. And I was gathering some coworkers for a poker game, possibly on August 19th. So I wanted to do him, maybe it could double as a birthday party for him. And so I invited him over, and his nickname is the Cookie Monster. Like, he showed me he has the tattoo. So I went into Crumble Cookies. I got him, a ton of cookies, got him something to take home. He's never played poker before, thinking that, he'll have some fun. And I went ahead and, got his buy-in so he could participate and have fun with us. And God said, yo, that's not all you're doing. He's going to win the poker game and he's going to take all your money. And so he left,
awesome,
he left blessed more than I even thought would happen. So, I thought I was just doing something nice, by cookies, and,
Yeah.
Jessica made buffalo chicken dip and some other things for us to eat and hang out and have some guys, maybe make some new friends. And guy went, no, he's leaving with what he really needs. So it's like, well, all right, he's not invited anymore. Good. Thanks for that. You're no more of this.
Or the secret of I never played this before, but he's really like a World Series champion.
Yeah. Everyone's like, Matt, who's the ringer?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
Oh,
so, I'm not normally a here's my, blessings story, but if that's one, that is definitely one.
Yeah.
So, and it's not awesome. Even one what was intended. And, I'm like the dealer here. I'm like, I'm not doing this on purpose. This is out of my hands. So, I'm happy that, he can get a couple of small blessings little by little. And so, we all appreciate what Juan's doing. And if you get a chance, go to anointedbeardoil.com, get your raffle tickets. Bless JP gets you 20% off, and it gives 20% to JP as well. So that is up there. And there'll be more updates, of course, for the raffle. And that list of beard companies is growing, along with apparel as well. So we'll bring him on soon. But if you would like to, if we're in the end of the first hour, I guess we want to let's test your skills.
All right, let's see.
Let's test Juan's skills. And don't worry, this is no Bible trivia tonight. We're both going to have plenty of that.
All right. Uh-oh.
Here's a little game, and everyone else in the chat can join in for this one. It's a little game I played last month, and it's called Does It Make Sense?
Okay, I like the play on words.
I don't miss the opportunity for a pun.
You're primed for
so
that.
This is
you're primed, bro.
Yeah, I'm reaching that age. So I want to ask you, Juan, and everyone else in the chat, does it make sense?
Absolutely.
Ood.
Does
it make sense?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the Ood fans.
The Ood fans, man. Woo. I'll put it this way: if you don't know what to add Ood. I think that it makes a sweet scent more complex. It makes a cologne scent more refined, and it cuts the edge of any tobacco scent you ever have. It's just, it's one of those. It's like a jack of all trades type of scent profile. It really is.
Yeah.
but you can overdo it. You know what I mean? I think you can overdo it and kind of put in, if you put in all of your scent profiles, it's kind of like, come on, challenge yourself a little bit. You know what I mean? Because you can smell that initial cologne smell and you're like, whew, okay, that's good. But that's kind of like, that's the attention grab. At that point, you know, just make a bunch of oud, you know, one oud scent and call it a day.
This is one that almost ruined Bay Area Beard Co. Because I actually did receive some oud, as you know, as a fragrance, as an essential. I bought a Garwood, which is similar. So I bought a Garwood essential oil, and I also didn't know it was bad because that's the first time I had used it. And then someone's like, they refer to it as like the oud stank and how it has this, you know, refined, very prominent cologne, definitely woody,
There's a lot of depth. Yeah, it's depth.
Yeah, it's very deep, very rough. And I didn't know that the oil actually was spoiled, and I received it in the mail. So I actually made a custom scent for somebody, and it was not good, and it got a review. I didn't realize that was bad.
It was bad, yeah.
So, but now oud is very slowly becoming one of my favorite fragrances to work with, especially in colognes like black oud, birchwood oud. Tom Ford has a, you know, I can think like a oud and bergamot, so many different oud types of colognes that I can use as a tiny note and a larger profile that makes any profile, like you said, deeper, more layered. So it does make sense. I'm finding that out.
Yeah.
A little tempted to put it in the Fruit Loops last month. Didn't. Fruit Loops and oud. Who wants to see it? All right, here's one. Yeah, does it make does it make sense?
Okay. Lavender. I think lavender, it does make sense, but lavender is very overpowering. I think it almost has to be your front runner, or you have to use it in such a way where it's like it balances out like an herbal note. You know, you can use lavender, but I think it's very overpowering. Like if you're gonna do lavender, you better make sure like that's your end goal. It's lavender. Like Peacemaker, we have see if I have it on hand. Peacemaker is lavender, vanilla, and chamomile. But you know right away that's a lavender scent to make you fall asleep. It's a very relaxing thing. But yeah, it can be very hard to work with.
It's you're right. It's very overpowering. I feel like it makes one scent. It makes just the one. Like I have lavender and lemon pound cake, and it's a nighttime scent. It's like a lemon verbena and some honey. It's like a tea. It's a nighttime scent. It's very soothing, but again, it can be very overpowering and very nostrily. It's like very has this earthy, gritty floralness to it that can really just kind of take over whatever else you're doing.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like you're definitely not using lavender to make something more complex. You're using it to drown something out.
Yeah. It's you're if you add lavender to a scent, it's going where it's going where lavender wants it to go.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
He said, yeah, it's like lavender, like a nighttime spray. It's not good. It's great for like a, you know, lavender vanilla pillow spray, something. It doesn't have a wide variety of uses. It just, it narrows the profile, where you can go with it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So lavender, not so much. Here's one might be a little as controversial as lavender. Does it make sense?
Oof, man.
Hard-hitting questions here on Scruff Enough. Sandalwood, does it make sense?
I'll put it this way. I think sandalwood, by itself is very basic. Um, and I feel like it can drown out a scent too if you use too much. Sandalwood. It does make sense because you can make a sandalwood bourbon, you can make a sandalwood leather, you can make a sandalwood vanilla, but by itself, it's just kind of there. You know what I mean? I think like it has to have, it complements whatever you're trying to highlight.
I think it does what lavender does in a different aspect, where lavender becomes so overpowering. Sandalwood will pull from the rest of the scent and just kind of, it's what will remain at the end of a scent. You put sandalwood anywhere in a scent, it's going to be the last man standing.
Yeah.
On your scent strength. Yeah. It's not as strong as lavender, but it's like I said, it's the last man. So it lingers the longer than any scent. So it's what you always end up smelling.
Yeah.
And it also, like lavender, means this is what type of scent you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be tough.
Yeah. Sandalwood's tough. Yeah, that's why, like, if I ever find a fragrance oil, it has to be sandalwood plus something. Because, if it's by itself, it's like, well, at least they tried to change it when you grab it. And even then, you're like, dang, that's sandalwood.
Yeah, I think, what did I use? I think in the tattoo balm, I tried with some sandalwood and tobacco, and they said baby powder. They said sandalwood was... Again, it said, all right, here's what we're doing.
Yeah. For
plain sandalwood.
For like, I've only used there's a very small amount of sandalwood in the arc, but you can't even tell, and it's a sandalwood essential for that one.
Okay.
It just kind of brings a woodiness in the end. But I did use a sandalwood for a collab I did with Not Your Ordinary Church, and that one was sandalwood, bourbon barrel. It had leather, like smoked leather, and then it also had what else it had? Oh yeah. So it had sandalwood, bourbon barrel, leather, and then it had smoke. And
is that
go ahead?
Save Not Shaved?
Yeah, Save Not Shaved. Yep.
I have that one too. I believe John, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Is it John? John sent me that one.
Yeah, Jason Mason, the pastor over there.
Okay, Jason Mason, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, he sent me that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I have that in the balm.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it just kind of smells like you're the guy that came off the street off your bike, and that's the kind of church they have. They have just a very biker focused church group. Everyone rides a Harley or a panhead or something, and then they walk in and you're just like, okay, well, you're here, praise God, let's evangelize. So I told them, I said, I want this to smell like your church. So that's when I think we did that.
Yeah, smoke, leather, and sandalwood. I like that one. That's a good scent too. I mean, vanilla's on this list. I was going to say vanilla, but I feel like that one, it's so complementary to other things that it can't really be like, all right, can you use it? It's in so many different things that you wish it wasn't, but it's needed in so many different ways that I initially tried to use. Like my first scent, Genesis, has vanilla essential oil in it. The second one I created was Exodus, and it was like a smoked old fashioned where I did use toasted marshmallow. So that was that vanilla. I think you have to use a vanilla to round out your scents. It's just, what's your vanilla, right?
Yeah. Unless it's it's Tahitian vanilla. You used that recently, right?
Mm-hmm. Tahitian vanilla is in Galilee.
Yeah, and
so if I'm using vanilla,
that was more like
it's got to be different.
Right? It's gonna be like more of like a cherry vanilla type, or that Madagascar. Which is the vanilla that's very almost cherry like?
Tahitian is very sweet. Madagascar, I think, is sweet too. They're similar. Like in this one, I guess the graham cracker is kind of the vanilla. I guess it's what
Yeah.
rounds out the scent. It makes it a little bit more like I'd say creamier, but like soothing.
Yeah.
Takes the edge off some of the things like the cinnamon or the beer fragrance. So that's he likes Mark likes Genesis too if you're a coffee lover. One more, and then we'll bring a second guest on. Does it make sense?
Oof.
Cinnamon. Yep. Hardballs.
Come on now. I have a bad story about cinnamon. Let me tell you that. The first time I got into mixing scents, I bought a cinnamon essential. It was an essential with cassia or cassia, however you pronounce it. I put that on my beard to test it out. I thought my beard was gonna fall off.
Burn. Did it burn?
It burned terribly. So yeah, unless it's like a dessert fragrance oil that already has like the cinnamon notes, I'm not putting that in by itself.
There will be a few people in the comments that I know will swear by cinnamon. This is the allergy household, Garrett.
Oh, my allergies are terrible too, man.
Yeah, cinnamon. No, yeah, it's sorry. I've never been a fan of cinnamon. Like Red Hots, Big Red, the Fireballs, stuff like that is a candy have been I can't do it. I mean, I've always been the other side. I've been like lemon heads, sweet and sour.
Yeah.
Here's Gary. What's up, my man? Thanks for stopping in. Oh, no, we don't need to see that. Yeah, cinnamon was one I worked with early on too. I was not a fan of trying to really make cinnamon work in a scent. When I got away from it. The cinnamon sugar is a different story.
Yeah.
And I am releasing scent. It'll probably be next year. But I've designed one called Seraph, which is just Hebrew for fiery.
Yeah.
So it's going to have a very fiery type of profile, and Fireball cinnamon will be a part of that profile and a fragrance. So because there've been, but I don't know if that's one I'll be able to wear, but there have been people that have asked for it. So
asked for it, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, and that, yeah, it's. I kind of go back because I've tried profiles like when I was doing R&D. There's actually a profile I purchased from Crusher's Creations, and he had cassia in it or cassia. I can't remember. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but I remember.
Yeah. And there's two different versions too. I think I'm trying to think of the other one. It's one's more of a powdered form, and then there's the one that's more of the actual root itself.
And it's mentioned in the Bible for an ingredient list. Is
for what?
For I think it's for an anointing oil. And I looked into it and I said, well, maybe because I'll tell you what. I mean, it's not like I'm hiding anything. There was a scent I was going to call the Levite, and the Levite was going to have those original ingredients in it. And so if you do it first, I'm not going to blame you. So,
I mean, I already have a scent called Levi, but it's way different. It's
yeah. And so I
Levy.
Levy.
I
was like Levi, and it had all these different ingredients, and cassia was part of the list. And I looked in and I was like, man, you know what? Let me mess with it. I smelled it. I'm like, okay, this smells straight like cinnamon. I made a small sample. I put it in, and 3 seconds later, oh my gosh! I said, I'm not making this. I'm not touching it. So
even as a fragrance,
like a red, like burn, like almost feeling like burning on my face. So yeah,
that's a tough one. I did mess with that. I think Exodus was originally going to be because the burning bush. I went with a smoked old fashioned, which was like an orange essential oil, and ended up using like a campfire smoke. And I think a toasted marshmallow. This was still one of my favorites. The new Exodus is like a campfire cologne. So no orange, with like a frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah.
But Shikaka. That's I think that's Jessica's fault. Yeah, Shikaya. That's a sandalwood scent too, but it's like a warm, again, it's sandalwood, but yeah, it's and I couldn't use cinnamon, and it's just so tough. And that was an essential oil too. One drop overpowers everything you're trying to do.
Yep.
So I know how you feel.
Yeah. And you know, it's like you in your head, you're saying, oh, cinnamon is gonna bring this all together. And until you apply it, you're like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it. I can't do it. So but yeah, if I could find like cinnamon dust or like a cinnamon toast crunch or something, maybe that'll give you your cinnamon like taste that you're looking for to use that. So
that was actually what the cinnamon one of the first, that's my third scent. I called it cinnamon toast crunch. It was the best way to explain what the scent smelled like, but it was essentially, the idea was charo set, which was kind of like the mixed oat cinnamon apple mixture that used at Passover to kind of represent the mortar used in making bricks. That was charo set, and essentially like a cinnamon sugar, an oatmeal milk and honey type of scent, very warm. It was perfect. That's probably where you'd want to go with that if you're going to do it, or use like a cinnamon, like a fireside campfire, but it's more cinnamon. I think that would be one that you could really do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use an essential. Make it a fragrance, because it would, like, if you want to do that actual fireball cinnamon, do that. That would work.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Or you said a churro
coquito scent. Hey, don't tempt
smell
me.
that one.
Oh,
yeah, that's cinnamon's real tough. I don't know how to explain that. And I had that too. It's like what I use, and it's actually in Smashed, is like a cinnamon sugar donut. So when I say cinnamon sugar, that's what you're getting. You're getting the cinnamon sugar donuts on powdered donuts, and that's one of the reasons this scent is so warm and amazing.
I'm telling you, this right here it's like you're going to a coffee shop or going to on a hayride. This is what you smell all around you. That, like, this is it. So I don't know. I like this one a lot, man. I really do. And Scorned is definitely going to be one I'm gonna have to pick up then, because if it's close, if it's in the same wheelhouse as this, then that's going to be a good one.
It is. The Scorn is a lot more. You probably get more of the kettle corn, like the sweet, the salt, the buttery. But this has some hints of cologne, and I call it like it's like a haunted hayride cologne. So you're gonna get kind of like some dry notes, but it's more of like a buttery cologne. Yeah. It's gonna be weird, but you get caramel apple in that one too. So that's kind of what you're describing as well.
Yeah.
And speak of the devil.
Oh,
welcome in, JP, man of the hour.
What's going on, guys?
Hey.
I go from chat to screen, guys. See, that's what it's like to have friends like Matt.
Is that the Amazon purchase?
No, this is actually from Emmaus.
So that could be potentially one of the shirts you win. Yep.
Yeah, so it's called Preach the Gospel. It's actually one of the first shirts I bought from them when I became an affiliate of theirs.
So why am I all face? I need to like back up.
I'll make you feel nice.
Yeah, we're just like all heads. I got on Juan for it not having his all of his head in the shot and just like
Yeah.
all face.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I can back up. Get my truth over tradition shirt in the shot.
There you go.
I needed to. There you go. I don't know why I wear theme shirts. Like, you never see it. Never see it. So JP wanted to hop on and thank Juan, and kind of show his gratitude a little bit. I guess to everybody for helping out. So
Yeah.
JP.
Well, I'm gonna try to smile through this because really, it's not easy to talk about. But I'm smiling because knowing that I have amazing friends like Matt. Hold on a second.
Called being a dad.
Yep, he's putting in work. It
Yeah,
never. It's 24/7.
Yeah.
He says he wants to be outside with me, then he wants to go inside. I don't know what he wants to do. But seriously, like Juan said, I've gotten to know Juan about 2 years ago when I was with the Bearded Pack with Ryan and Zeb. We met through Instagram. He had just launched his community. He had just launched his business maybe like a month or two in. And that was the time that we started reaching out to some companies because we wanted to do something different. We didn't want to do the whole beard review stuff like everybody else was doing, but we wanted to at least help him. And from that day forward, Juan really became more of a friend than an owner. And he would constantly call me, talk with me. Not that he didn't talk with Ryan and Zeb, but he talked to all of us. But Juan always reached out to me. Like I don't think there was weeks that would go by and Juan wouldn't reach out to me to check on me when Siobhan was sick. Um, about a year and a half ago now, when I moved down to Florida, that's when I got to know this lovely man, Matt. And I'm gonna try to
Lovely.
hold back. Yeah. Um, this is where I'm gonna hold back the tears, or try, because Matt really embraced me, and getting to know him on a more personal level has been awesome. You know, you guys see a funny guy, which he is in person, but he's so caring. Um, he's come to my house like so many times for me to just try something, just to talk to me, just to vent, and that to me went leaps and bounds beyond business. Um, there's been times that I paid for something and surprise I get two more things in my box, or surprise, hey, a T-shirt is on the way, or surprise, here's a hat, and so when I lost Siobhan, these two guys on the screen really came to my aid. And I don't talk about it much because of this, but I'm happy because at the same time I got such rich friendship and I got such people that came in and were like, "Hey, what can we do to help?" And unbeknownst to me, Juan has been doing this raffle behind my back in a good way, not in a negative way, but it's just to show like how much he cares as a pastor and as a man and as a friend. And then, like Matt said, the poker game. I could go into that story and we could have fun. That was such a fun day, honestly. I feel like your friends don't want me back though. Like, I scarred them. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm gonna talk a little lower. I was being a little loud apparently. But the truth is that we were having such fun, and um yeah, that was honestly the best moment to have as a post birthday. Hold on. Um, as a post birthday surprise, and so all in all, getting to know these two gentlemen more personally, getting to have them as friends, and see all the hard work that they both put in on my behalf, but Juan especially, um, has meant the world to me. And to hear that in just a matter of a day, the day hasn't even finished, and you hear that over $350 has been raised for me and my son is tremendous. And so I thank each and every company that gave. I thank each and every person that has contributed even one ticket to this. Um, because having a 3-year-old son, you guys see me go back and forth right now. This is on screen, but there's a lot of behind the stuff that I have to do to tend to him. Um, it's tough doing it alone now, but I know I'm not alone, and so I'm eternally grateful that I do have support beyond what I can imagine.
Well, all I can say is, JP, um, we're here for you, brother. We really are. And I think that, when you see something like this happen and the community comes together, um, they come together because they know that this is serious. It's not just a money grab. It's not just a stunt, or even for me, like, oh, look how great I am. Like, I was deeply impacted by what happened to you. And I remember I told my wife, I'm like, I think I have to fly down to Florida. Like, I wanted to be by you that quickly because I knew that I could just imagine me having to go through such a time as that. And I just want you to know, man, like, this is this is like honestly probably the least I can do. And I just pray that the Lord would keep you, because He's our provider, man. God is truly our provider. I believe that
Yes,
you're going to
yes.
get a better job to take care of you and your son, and anything that we raise, I pray that it's multiplied. You're able to use it for something greater, not just the bills, but just to sustain you. But uh I when I did this, I was like, what, I don't care about the credit, or someone telling me great job you did that. It's really just coming from my heart to help you out. And I know it's the same for Matt. So knowing that Matt is right there with you, you need to do that more often. You need to do that more often. And that's so important. It is so important to have somebody next to you that's not just doing life by you, they're doing life with you. You know what I mean? So um, keep going forward, bro, and we'll just keep praying for you and keep loving on you. And you have people here, man. You have people that care.
I just want my poker money back. I feel cheated. I invited you into my home and you left with my money. My cookies.
Was there hamburger helper that night too? No, you said chicken.
My pride was damaged. I had to watch all this happen right next to me. And then he by the way, can we say this right now? He won and then goes, "Thanks, I'm out of here." He said, "I'm out. I'm done." He pulled a Costanza. He said, "Thanks and bye."
Well,
so
it was real. It was fun, but it wasn't real fun.
That's you try and do something nice for somebody. No, I joke around. I'm trying to cut through this awkwardness, but I can say that we think we're doing something nice, right? We can only do, I think, what God gives us the ability to do, and then even in doing that, God takes what we can do as human beings and he multiplies it in a way that we can't even fathom.
Yeah.
I think me inviting JP over was a small example of that. That's
Yep.
something I never would have expected. It's a small blessing. It doesn't, you know, it's small, but what it meant to JP is far and above what I think it could have ever meant, what I could even imagine happening. And that really made my evening, because it see what, God's capable of on that level, just through my small uh act of kindness. And it's a small act of kindness. I wish, we all wish we could do more. That was a small one. Really, honestly, just wanting to hang out with JP. That was the whole goal. um
Yeah.
and that while Juan thinks he's providing a small act of kindness, and holding, raffle, and there's gonna be something that I think we are not even going to expect happen. Um,
Yeah.
Prayer or not, I think that when God's involved, something's gonna happen that
Yeah.
even we can't even humanly comprehend.
Yeah.
And that happens all the time. So I think when we do things like this, then that's all we can do. I wish I could um, do more, and I appreciate that's why you have people like Juan who do more. So I'm happy to be a part of that for JP, and that everyone else, in the community has already shown out within the last 12 hours.
Yeah.
And I know that with more people jumping on, more people contributing to the giveaways, this is going to compound.
Yeah.
So um
Yeah. And I truly believe
so
the principle of, we have not because we ask not,
Mm.
you know. And honestly, like I just was starting to talk to companies, and like maybe I've talked to them once or twice, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but I have to throw my reel out and
Yeah.
see what happens. And I'm just very grateful to the community, and the business owners that said yes. They said yes, and they did it. They do it for a good cause, but maybe we have to get all the owners together for a poker game, and maybe that's how he'll get all his money. I'm
no,
out.
I don't need that. I don't know. I mean, just hand him the
Just give
cash
me your
now.
money
He's
before we
gonna
even play.
Yeah. Is it? I fold.
No.
Fold. He's playing. Never mind.
Listen,
he's gonna take your money and run.
is it okay if I tell a quick story, Matt, about that night, which is kind
He
of funny?
he had a getaway driver like waiting outside my house. Dude, he's like, thanks guys, bye.
Yeah. So at one point when the game starts, Matt tells me, "Don't forget you're gambling my money." So I like kind of slowed down, and I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna play more strategic." After some point, like some of the guys were like, "Oh, JP's in it," like I'm out, like because I started figuring out like, okay, what hands can I play? What hands can I bluff? What hands can I do this? I mean, there's still some other rules that I just didn't get, but overall, I think they were being very compassionate at some points with me. But when I got to like the end, there was a point where I was almost knocked out, and the guy like next to me, he's like, "Yo, you need to stop, like, chill." I'm like, it's gonna turn around. I feel it. It's gonna happen." And he's like, "All right, man, whatever." Sure enough, it turned around, and I'm just sitting there smiling. Matt's gone. Matt's just like, and then I just go. They go, "Man, like, how lucky are you? Like, you're in the final four, yada yada yada." And I'm like, "Well, it's not luck, guys, because I'm in the house that I get my beard blessed by," and I literally start stroking my beard. But literally, I'm like telling them like I'm being funny with them, but also like really just trying to show love to Matt because I'm like I didn't even have to be here today. Matt could have been like, you figure out the buy-in, but I know he did it out of compassion, out of love. He wanted me to have fun. I had more than enough fun, but I know I'm never invited to the house when they play. They do not want to play
Yeah,
with me
we're
ever
not
again.
giving him. Yeah, it's going to be a secret location next time. But it was fun, and I always just try and do those, every so often, just to hang out. I mean, that's the idea. I even do them for like, if I had a choice for my birthday, again, because if you ask what would I like to do on my birthday, it would be to hang out with friends, and just to laugh and roast each other and have a couple drinks and some snacks and maybe get together for some sort of football game or something. Just want to be together with friends and have a good time. That's what makes me happy. And I wanted to, because I was organizing that, I wanted GP to be a part of it for his birthday. And again, I was just trying to share what essentially made me happy, and that the least he would get out of it would be that. And he was blessed so much more. So, again, I can't. That's something like that's out of my hands too. So I really hope that through Juan and through everyone else coming together, that that again you're blessed that much more, and that that is something that we all enjoy, having a good time, and everyone who does contribute is going to have a chance to win a lot of great products and apparel too.
Yeah.
I think I might need to throw in a shirt on that too. So
yeah, hey, you just let me know. Yeah, because what I'm trying to do to make it as simple as possible is that way all the companies don't have to send 3-4 packages. You know what I mean? It's just whatever their, whatever company lands on that person, then they just deal with whatever combo or, whatever prize box they want to give them. And it's really just out of, the generosity out of everyone's heart. So, I mean, I'll put it this way. I'm going to tell you guys one prize that you might be shocked about. Copper John's is giving away a box of 13 oils, one of each of his mainline scents.
wow.
Yeah.
All right, Copper Johns. That is also, I think maybe that's if you can, that's again, it might be tedious if you want to write out what each company is giving.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that for
or at least
yeah. For the live stream, we're gonna write down exactly what each company's giving out, and it's gonna have a wheel. I'm gonna do like the wheel of names for the company owner, so that way no one's like, oh, I want my raffle tickets to this company. Nothing like that. It's just going to be, boom, the raffle ticket. We'll spin the wheel. Boom. It's right there. Hey, you're going to win whatever this company's giving away, So there's a lot of companies that are doing like 2 combos. People are doing like a box of oil, balm, butter, cologne, hats and shirts. I mean, there's a ton of things. I'm actually going to probably, now that we talked about it on here, I'll probably release the 2 oils that I made mention tonight, so that way people have something that's new and not on the website already. So they'll get Holy Smokes and I'm Feeling Good Tonight. And yeah, man, it's just, there's a lot of really awesome creative ways that you can win this combo, these prizes. So they're everything's different. I didn't say, just do an oil and a butter and call it a day. Like everyone's doing something that, that they feel is awesome. So it's going to be good.
Getting something very special. So again, like it might, as we get closer to the raffle and that sort of thing, that you're going to see maybe some more details come out, but get your raffle tickets now. They're going to be worth much more, even closer to this raffle. So, because there's going to be way more prizes, you're going to have more chances to win. And, I don't think this is going to slow down anytime soon. So, and if you are a company, maybe the chance you might see this live stream, or you want to reach out to Juan or even myself, if you don't have access to Juan yet, or you haven't purchased Juan's products, reach out to me. I'll talk to Juan. Any way you'd maybe like to contribute. I know that there are some people that maybe just have communication with me so far. So, and you'd like to help, let one of us know. We'll get it where it needs to go. So
Yeah.
but I think that's probably a pretty good show. We had JP come on. If you have anything else you want to share for the evening before we go.
No, just be on the lookout for all the awesome releases we have going on, and then the same with you, and pick up Smash for sure. That Blessed JP code is not going to be going on forever. I was thinking just having for the stream, but I might just have that for the duration of the entire raffle. You know what I mean? So just I'll keep it going for the entire raffle. If you want to give in that regard as well, we're just trying to help out as much as we can everywhere.
Okay. Here it is one more time. Yeah. Bless JP. You get 20% off at anointedbeardoil.com, and JP also gets 20% of that as well. So I think I had that in a ticker. So you could do both. All right. I learned something about StreamYard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're just tuning in, Mark. Tailgates. I guess technically this isn't a tailgate, but tomorrow, if you're in the Tampa Bay area, I will be at the Market Elaine. If you'd like to get some free smells, check out the products, meet me, and JP is actually going to be coming out, hanging out as well. We'll both be out there from 5:30 to 9:30 in the Wesley Chapel area. And I don't think there's another tailgate for a country music concert coming up anytime soon. So the Market Elaine, Armature Works, 2 shows, 2 markets this month and next month. So we're kind of ramping up, doing some more stuff, making more appearances. Should be a good time. And then some Bay Area tailgates too. Other than that, Smashed, Asher. Sounds like a Ninja Turtles duo.
Shredder.
Pick up Asher and Smashed. And Scorned too is back for a limited time. Check those out, and you will actually get to see more of Anointed Beard Oil's releases coming in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, next couple of weeks. Yeah, so all I'm saying is we're planning about 4 releases for the month of September. So just keep your eyes peeled. You'll definitely see some stuff. We may release something before the 15th as well. So
okay,
yeah.
He's due, so
yeah, it's due. Yeah, it's definitely due.
He's due. He was riding the resurrection.
Hey, dude, I'll put it this way: I was bored putting on the same labels. I'm like, man, this is the same. This is the same scent.
You wanted to put on something new. I'm doing one every month. You're riding the resurrection wave.
Yeah.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. You'll see another Scruff Enough coming up very soon. Thank you everyone who tuned in. JP, Juan from Anointed. Check him out if you haven't. Follow him at Anointed Beard Oil Co on Instagram and anointedbeardoil.com. I think I got those right.
Yeah, you got it.
And we will see you on another Scruff Enough, hopefully very, very soon. Now I'm learning how to end the broadcast.